Section 1. Finding equations of lines are going to be really important. So this form here is completely fine. It's not necessary to simplify to the mx plus b that you've been accustomed to in backs of books. All right, find the equation of the line that goes through this point and is perpendicular to this. So I do need to put it in this form to find out what the slope of this line is. So I'm going to move these things to the other side, and then I'm going to divide through by 2. Okay, so the slope of this line is -1/2, and so I know that the perpendicular slope, this is a form of a symbol to say for perpendicular, slope will be +2. So then I'm going to have y minus 2, this 2, equaling 2, this slope 2, times x minus 6. And that's a fine answer. All right, finding the equation of the line through this and parallel to this line. So again, I'm going to put it in the mx plus b form. So I have 2x plus 3, and then divide through by 6. So 2 over 6 is 1/3. And then plus a 1/2. So this slope is 1/3. So parallel slope means the same slope. So I'll have y plus 1 equaling 1/3 x minus 5. All right. So then finding the equation of a line with x-intercept and y-intercept. So x-intercept means that's where it crosses the x-axis. So that gives us the point 2, 0. And y-intercept, that crosses the y-axis, so that means the x value is 0 and the y value is -7. So I can find the slope by finding rise over run. So I have -7 subtract 0, and then 0 subtract 2, so I get a +7/2, and then I can use either one of these points. So this would be a fine answer if I said y minus the 0 equals 7/2 x minus 2, or I could use y plus 7 is equal to 7/2 x. The same answer, doesn't matter to me which one. All right, equations of circles. So in order to find the center, which is AB, and the radius R, I have to get it in this form, and you'll need to complete the square to do that. So I'm just going to rewrite putting the x guys together and the y's together. Okay, so now I'm going to complete the square. So I take half of this number and square it. So I'm going to have x minus half of that number and then square it. It's going to give me a 16. So I'm going to add on the 16 to this side, because you know that this multiplies out to x squared minus 8x plus 16. Then I'm going to take half of this number, which is 6, and I'm going to square it. So this gives me an added 36. I have to do it to the other side as well. So here I get 52 and x minus 4 and y plus 6. So that means that my center is 4, -6, and my radius will be the square root of 52. All right. So then let's find the equation of the circle that has this as center. Okay, so that we can get a lot going of just knowing that. X minus 5 squared plus y plus 2 squared equal, now how am I going to find the radius? Well, I'm just going to get a picture going so I can talk through it. So I'm thinking 5, -2, there's the center, and then it has to pass through 7, 3, so that's something like this, right? 7, 3. So that means it looks like this, well, with that being the center. So I can see that's the radius. So how can I find that distance? We can use the distance formula, and that's just something that's just going to come up for you to use, and you know it. So I'm going to find the distance, which will be, the distance will be the radius, right? So I'm going to take the square root of the difference between these 2 points. So I'm just going to write it down so you see what I'm doing. 5 minus 7 squared plus -2 minus 3 squared. So this gives me 2 squared, which is 4, plus, and this will give me negative 5 squared, which is 25, so I get root 29 as the radius. So the equation, I'll put in 29.